for my midweek craft and chat where we do some creating. And today I have creating with the Pine Tree Trimmings bundle. I am Rochelle Lynn Smith and I'm from Stamping Flair. I'm an independent stamping up demonstrator based in Melbourne, in Australia. So thank you so much for joining me and sharing the afternoon with me. Please chat with me as you join. I would love to answer any questions you have and let me know about what you have been doing today and how you have been enjoying your day. And if you are joining on replay as well, please say hi, ask any questions. I'm love to help you out. Right now, we have a starter kit offer, and I just want to share with you about it right straight away because it's only got 2 days left. It finishes on the 31st of October. You can select $235 of product for just $60. I have got the link below. There's a second option as well where you can select $344 of product for $169. So they're really good offers, low cost. You get a whole lot of products where you get to choose what you want. The offer ends on the 31st of October. So today is the 29th. You have got 2 days left of that offer. It is the best deal we've had. So I will be sharing a bit more. I will be hopping on to let you know a little bit more about it in a couple of hours right here on Facebook and YouTube. So if you have any questions, you can bring them to me and I'm happy to answer anything you would like clarified, or you can even pop them here and I will address them. It's no compulsion to demonstrate or anything like that, but it is a great opportunity for you to grab some of our products and enjoy some crafting. If you really like products, you want to maybe even start a new hobby, it is a great opportunity for at a low cost. So today I am sharing with you a card using the Pine Tree Trimmings bundle. This is got a few dies. It's got 5 dies by memory. I should remember this. It's so small. It's a teeny weeny set of dies. So it comes in a pack like that. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 5. It's very, very small. And I'm going to tell you the cost of it because it is one of our lower costing bundles. But there's a lot you can do with the bundle. And I think when I received it, it's one of those things you think, oh, there's not a lot I can do. But there is so much you can do, and I have created heaps with it. And you can, I will show you today how you can combine it with other products as well if you want to, and really extend the use of this. But within itself, you've got three different, excuse me, I've been sneezing heaps today. You've got 3 different trees. And there's one die that cuts them all. So you've got the one with all the detail there. You've got the fur, and then you've got the one with the stars, and then you've got one you could even cut out, which we'll be using today, out of DSP, or you could color. So I'm going to share with you some fun ways to use that. So that bundle, let me tell you how much it is. The bundle itself is $58.50. This is on Australia. That's for the stamps and the dies. So let me turn my camera around, and it's the smaller ones. So cute. All right. So I'm going to start with, I'll show you what I've done. I'm going to start with a little bit of stamping, and I've got some designer series paper, which is the Peaceful Garden. Excuse me. And then I'm going to stamp. I've got some basic ones just for stamping, all right? We're going to stamp the tree, which is this one of the trees, I should say, that one. And we are going to do that in Misty Moonlight. I'm going kind of with these colors, which are on in this pack of paper. So Peaceful Garden has been around a little while, where we got to play with it a bit earlier as demonstrators because of our creativity now. Even hi, Maswari, good to see you. See you virtual. Oh my goodness, you'll hear me sneezing a little bit, but we'll get there. Okay, so first one, I don't know why I picked that. Let me cut another piece. I picked the one that I had stamped on already, and I got a partial image. So I'm going to stamp this on a sheet of this. Okay, so Misty Moonlight. I'm using my piercing mat under to get a better image. Then we can, so you got one that's got some design on it. I like stamping on my DSP. It's going to give me some detail. And then I'm going to stamp it again on basic white. Now with my coloring, I kind of messed around with the colors a bit. I might restamp that. I was trying a few different colors. Why did you do that? Let me do that. I was trying to put it in a different spot to where I had stamped behind it in case when I colored it, the blends didn't go through. But it left some residue. And that's why I can use that. This would have worked, I think. But let's see. Will that fit? Yeah. So you could fussy cut this as well. There we go. Sorry, so I've got some cloud cover, which is one of our in colors from this year. So our in colors are the 5 colors that come in every year. They last for 2 years. I've also got dark balmy blue, and I might change my mind, and I've got a bit of light misty moonlight, because I found that when I colored the image with the cloud cover, it tended to disappear, and I don't know why, but we'll see what happens this time. Bring in a scrap. Okay, so we'll start with light misty moonlight, light cloud cover. I'm going to color the whole thing. My cloud cover is good for once. Normally my brush tips I have ruined them by splattering, but it's actually not bad. So I'm trying to avoid, because last time what happened, I went over those lines and it made it a bit lighter. Doesn't matter. So this is one of our lower cost bundles. If you want to just get started, it's a good way with die cutting and things. It's simple, a simpler bundle. All right. I'm going to add a little bit of balmy blue here just to add some differentiation. Can you see how that just diluted? That's the word. That's the only word I can think of. It's diluting the color a bit. And I'm just adding a little bit of balmy blue there. This is dark balmy blue, just to give it a bit of change. I mess around with colors. I have no rules. Then I'm going to go back in with my dark cloud cover. It will just add a little bit of change in the color. I'm probably going to bring that balmy blue again. So this is what I did before. I did bring in the Misty Moonlight because to go over those lines, because I could see that they were going sort of disappearing a little bit, and I wanted to make it a bit stronger. It doesn't have to be exact, right? And here, this is light Misty Moonlight. I did go back in, and then I might bring in a bit of my cloud cover. You can use whatever colors you like, right? I'm just messing here. And as it adds a bit of depth, so I'm going dark cloud cover here to blend that in, just in the corners. Mixing colors gives you like a different look. And then again, I'm going with the light. So the balmy blue was mainly like towards the bottom. I'll add a bit more just to change that look. All right, so now I'm going to go back in with the cloud cover. And I'm going to kind of just go with those, how the tree would look with those tapering down kind of thing. Just giving it some strokes in that sense with the brush tip. You could do that with your other side as well, the bullet point as well. All right. So we've got our this one and this die cut, which we can do. The next thing I'm going to do is do some stamping, get more stamping, which I've die cut this frame from the Jolly Holly, that stamp set, or the dies, I should say. It is called, is this one. It's called the Jolly Holly. That's a hybrid embossing folder. And I'm going to stamp the All Christmas Tree. That's a piece on it. We don't want that one at the moment. I want the All Christmas Tree. Now, because I find the All Christmas Tree in this, I can't really use that as a sentiment to give someone. It's not really meaningful. So I thought, oh, I can use it as a background. I mean, you might find, okay, I can use that as a background or as a sentiment, depending on what you're using for. You could have it for a scrapbook page, right? So I'm going to start here. So we just sort of create a little stamped area there. I'll keep that aside. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. I've got my little one, but I probably should bring the big one. Never mind, I'll do that for now. I've got to do some embossing. I always emboss. You know what? Where did I put my die? Oh, it's still on the other sheet. So November's only 3 days away. So starter kit finishes in 2 days, and in 3 days, we at the Stamping Lodge start our 12 days of Christmas challenge. So we have already put up our 12 challenges up, so you can get prepared and ready. So from the 1st to the 12th, so you've got 12 days, we've got 12 challenges. Share your projects. We've got a hashtag there. Use the hashtag, and you'll go into the draw to win a fun prize. So get involved. Just a bit of fun. Kayla Maestri and I have created our projects for each day. So you're going to get 3 ideas every day. So that's 3 into 12, 36 project ideas everyone gets. So, but if you're in the lounge, a member of the lounge, you're going to get the 36 project sheets as well. So that's a bonus. If you are not a member of the lounge, you might want to become a member because it's only $24.95 a month, and you get access to all that plus monthly content plus a whole lot of other good stuff. So definitely worth it. I've been off with my Christmas tree die cutting lately. I have, even the other day I went a bit wonky. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's all right. I just trim it off a bit here. This one's a very simple one, like, you know, it's just it's straight edges. So it's okay. Either way, even if you do like the other day, you would have seen I did it like completely off. That's all right. It's like just dead straight. I'm just taking the margin off a bit, so I think this gets covered anyway. I forget what I've done. Everyone's different. Right. Did I die cut the other one? What did I do with that? I don't know. It'll turn up. I'll put it back in here. Yeah, here it is. All right, so we've got that and that ready. We're going to emboss this basic white piece. I've got a bit of stuff happening here. So I've gone with the colors, like I said, of the Peaceful Garden Designer Series paper. I'm going to emboss with the Birchwood 3D embossing folder. Just wanted something with a like fairly simple design. Right. For my card base, I've got basic white. So this is a fairly quick card to create. I haven't gone my usual too much, but I think this is being monochrome and like it lends itself to some simplicity. All right. Then I have got a piece which we're going to put with dimensionals. So that was Secrecy. We stamped with Secrecy. Right, so now I've got a piece of the designer series paper. I'm going to trim that down. I think that's too wide. I want it a little bit slimmer, so we'll just a 1 centimeter strip. I did it at 1.5. I think I want a bit thinner. Maybe, yeah. Just use like whatever you've got. I know what I did. I think I cut the wrong thing. That's what I did. That's all right. That was for my other piece. Thinking, why is it so long? It was for the inside of my card. Never mind. Okay, we're going to angle that on the edge. We've got our glimmer. This is the part of that sweet. And we're going to angle that as well. Now, I'm going to stick this down here, but I'm going to put a dimensional on either side. And then, because then it'll sit evenly. Right. Now we're going to have this sit towards that edge. Have a bit of that. I'll be sharing this tutorial with my newsletter subscribers. So if you are not a newsletter subscriber, you make sure you subscribe. Next thing, I still have a couple of die cutting to do, but I'm also going to fussy cut some birds, or doves I should say. So I'm going to get a set of doves. So this suite comes with like die cuts, but the doves that are dies are larger. So I just wanted some small doves for this particular card. So I fussy cut them, and they're nice and easy to fussy cut. They're not overly tricky. I didn't fussy cut the little olive branch out of it. I took that off because I tried one with it. I didn't like the look of it for this card. When you use kind of images from the suite, then it balance matches up, coordinates. So it's easy. Righty-o. That's done, one done. And then we'll get the other dove cut out. A fussy cutting person, love fussy cutting. Could die cut, fussy cut all these little ones. Very pretty, but I think it's nice as a background to the piece of designer series paper. How are you going with your Christmas card making? Are you kind of behind the eight ball, or like well and truly all good and ready, or a little bit stressed out with so much to do? Might I suggest, if you are feeling like you've got too much to do, get a kit like that. All these calm kit. I probably got it wrong. That kit is any of our Christmas kits or any kit, but especially for Christmas, if you're looking at getting a kit, um, get those kits and make cards that make your life a bit easier. You could even get the tags kit and do that. Right. So we've got our tree. Tree's gonna be here, but we've got a couple more things to die cut. Right. He needs to have a. So I've got the Christmas greenery dies. Let's not lose our doves. And this one is a great little die. It's a big die actually. And I'm going to only use partial, so you don't need to cut out the whole thing. Just die cut some of it, because I'm going to cut it anyway, so don't waste your cardstock cutting a full one. Just cut part. I've been liking doing that. So like I only do half of it. I don't need all of it. And then I'll do the other side. So I'll cut that as well. And then I can get 2 palm, I call them palm ferns. Palm's more Easter, right? Alright, get our little thingies out. And then let's arrange this. So I'm going to glue this on to the card base. So I'm going to get my scissors, trim that off, and then we'll add some glue and stick this onto the side here. So I'm sort of guessing where this is going. Don't think I need all that. Next, we're going to put this tree. I'm going to just trim that down there. You won't need to do this because you'll die cut it fine, not like I did. So we're going to put that there. And then I'm going to put this on here. So I'll line up that at the bottom. So you really can't even see that. I thought you might see that, but you can't even see that base there. So you don't even need to use that balmy glue if you don't want to too much. I did use a bit there. And we're going to put dimensionals all the way down there. So we'll do 3. And then we have our dove. One's going to be here. We haven't worked out a sentiment. I'm going to put my dove here. I like mixing my different sweets and things because you get more, it's more practical. Sometimes you get things that mix and match, so you can use it more. Right. Then I'm going to put the other dove up here. There are different sentiments in this set, but I didn't feel this was suited for what I was doing here with the doves and things. So I chose something else. And there's a Peace on Earth, which is in the Peaceful Peace on Earth suite, Peace on Earth bundle. But it was a bit larger. I chose the Shepherd's Care Peace on Earth's sentiment because I felt it was a nicer size. I'm going to try this. I have not tried this, so I'm going to try it in Secret, see whether it's good or might be all right. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. Checking if any of these will work. This may be too small. Yeah, it's a little bit too small. That's all right. We can just cut it up. The stylish shapes may have one in it. Let's see. The stylish shapes better. It may be too big, but at least we can do one side. Yeah, so if I do it like that, push it to one side and then we can work out what we're doing. Let's see whether we can do that. So while this is more larger on like one side, I did it so that perhaps I could tuck it in like that, or even like that. Hopefully, might even work like that. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind that. I might splatter some dots on that in maybe balmy blue. I don't know. Let's see how that looks. Mind you, I have no tip on balmy blue, so it might be my card cover might have to do. I have had balmy blue for a while though. All right, done. By having that edge, it just gives you continuity so that you can push that in under and it doesn't look lost a little bit. Right, that's why I did that. Otherwise you can chop it off, but I felt it needed that. I think some linen thread might be nice, or even white. I don't know whether I have any white left. I feel I might have run out of white. White is out, but linen thread is always good. We need a massive roll of white. What do you reckon? Sometimes if I lose my focus on my board, then I'm lost where I am. Here we are. I'm back on track. Maybe somewhere here. Okay. Where are my glue dots? Here they are. Let's go somewhere there. On the glimmer is a bit tricky, but it'll stick. It'll still stick. It should. But you can always do a second one. I'm going to put a second one just to secure it. So one on top, I've put that one so that it sticks to the tree, this tree. Then you have no qualms that it's going to come apart or anything like that. To finish, I am going to add these are called Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. maybe one here. Yeah. One here. Right, now for the inside of the card. Remember how I cut that down accidentally? It's alright. It was meant to be a thicker bit, but that'll work. So let's glue that down. I love this card, and it's just funny how sometimes, like I did this in such a hurry, and sometimes the nicest things come when you create in a hurry, when you kind of a bit unplanned and things, you do things and things come together well. Has that happened to you? Like there you go, oh, let's just put something together, and it just works. And if you wanted, we could just fussy cut another dove and put inside, or you could just leave it. It's up to you. And then you can do the envelope in the same manner. I will have a supply list so you can purchase the products if you are in Australia from my online store. Just remember though, if you are looking at anything right now, if it's over $60 mark, I highly recommend that starter kit. Um, Absolutely worth it. I'm sorry, it's a bit fuzzy, isn't it? I highly recommend that starter kit. It is absolutely great value. So you probably could get most of these products in that suite. So I will share with you a little bit more about it later on. But thanks for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed this um, creation, and let me know if you create it, and share with me what you do. Thanks so much, everyone. I will catch you next week, same time. Thanks. Bye bye.